second home tonight. We're gonna make this very simple dinner. Roasted pork chops, wholly roasted cauliflower, and a mix of lentils, barley, and split peas. For all this, we'll need regular salt, pepper, garlic powder, Dijon mustard, some honey, and soy sauce. So let's start with something simple. I'm preheating my oven to 375 degrees for my pork chops. Let me start with that. For my pork chops, all I want to do is very simple seasoning, salt and pepper on both sides. I have this electric fun toy, electric pepper mill. So we'll do it on both sides. Again, a little bit of cracked pepper. Now let's make a little marinade for the pork chops. For that, I want to get a little bit of honey. I don't measure, just kind of use it. Just use your eyes for measuring. So let's just say maybe 2 tablespoons of honey. Maybe about half a cup of soy sauce. Make it sweet and sour a little bit. If you want to make it spicy, you can add sriracha, Tabasco, whatever you prefer. Soy sauce has got plenty of salt, so I'm just gonna kind of blend it a little bit. Let's make sure it all works well. It'll take you a few minutes. Go ahead and put pork chops in a rack. This is where I'm gonna roast them, and I'm gonna baste them slightly from on both sides. As you cook this, you may repeat this in the middle of the process. Just take it out, baste it on one side. You can flip things over or not. It just depends what your preference is. So just put a little bit on each side. Feel free to be generous with marinade. It's just gonna give us a little nice color and caramelization on top. And then I'm gonna do and flip it over. And it's almost gone. So if you use the whole marinade now, you just need to repeat the process. It's not very difficult, it's very easy. Okay? So now this is ready to go in the oven. As soon as my oven is 375 degrees, I'm gonna put it for an hour because the pork chops are about 1 inch thick. I'll check it in the middle, maybe 35, 40 minutes into it to see how well done they are. And then if I need to adjust the timing, I will do that. Okay, the first side we're going to make that was gonna go with our pork chops that already been in the oven for 30 minutes is roasted cauliflower. For this we have about small to medium size whole cauliflower. I kept the greens in the back to keep it intact. We have salt, pepper, garlic powder, Dijon mustard, and some olive oil. I have to happen some garlic olive oil. So I have the pan ready for the cauliflower, but first let's make the sauce. So let's combine some Dijon mustard. This is about 3 maybe tablespoons, something like that. We're gonna add a little bit of garlic virgin olive oil. We're gonna have a little bit salt. Again, I never measure things, just kind of go with my instinct. I've been doing this for a while. And pepper. Again, when it comes to salt and pepper, it's all to taste. Depends how much you like of heat, sweet, salt. It just depends on what your flavors are. You can add some spicy pepper flakes here, or hot sauce or sriracha. So once I combine this, it looks pretty nice. I think I could probably use a little bit more olive oil. But before we do anything to our cauliflower for roasting, we will need to boil it for about 10 minutes. I already have a large pot of water on the stove, and it's heating up. But right now I need to generously salt it. Alright, so don't be stingy on salt here. Just put quite a bit of salt in the water. Wait until it boils. Once it starts boiling, we're going to put our cauliflower in here for 10 minutes, then take it out, let it cool. We will apply our mixture all over cauliflower and we're going to put it in the oven. The oven is heating up to 450 degrees, at which time we'll put the cauliflower in for 20 to 30 minutes and we'll just kind of have to watch it. Now that the water is boiling, I'm going to put this whole head of cauliflower in the boiling water and boil it for about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm thinking more about 5 depending, because this size is a little bit smaller. So let's do that. So keep it on high. Let's boil it for 5 minutes. I'll set the timer. After that, we will take it out, put on paper towel, dry it out, and as it's cooling a little bit, I'm going to apply our dressing that we have right here already prepared and smother it on top, put it on a foil-lined pan and put it in the 450 degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm thinking about 20 minutes for this one since it's about a small size. Cauliflower has been boiling for about 9 minutes. I went ahead and boiled it a little bit longer. It felt a little bit dense. So I'm going to put it on paper towel, let it cool a little bit, and I'm going to use more paper towel to kind of dry it out a little bit. Get a little bit excess of that water. As you can see, it's pretty hot. My oven is ready at 450 degrees. And since it's pretty dry and it feels very nice and firm, I'm going to go ahead and apply our mixture to the cauliflower. To remind you, it's a mixture of Dijon mustard, salt, pepper, garlic salt. I think that's about it, huh? So just apply it generously all around. I'm using spoon, you can use a brush, fork, anything will work. Just cover it up. Looks like I got just enough dressing to get it all nicely covered. This should create a nice crust on top of our cauliflower. Since I'm the only one who eats it here, I decided to go ahead and spice it up, and I'm gonna put a little bit of sriracha all over it and finishing off with some cheese. Usually I would use freshly grated Parmesan, but I'm out of it today, so I'm gonna use the one from a can. Apply it generously. It's gonna all melt nicely. Let's go ahead and transfer this on our foil-lined pan, and this is going to go to the oven for 20 minutes at 450 degrees. Okay, the second side for the dinner is going to be a very simple side. This is an organic mix of split peas, barley, and lentils. We're just going to boil it with a little bit of salt, and it's going to be a side instead of rice or mashed potatoes. Lentils have a great amount of protein, and between barley and green peas there's a lot of fiber, so this is a very healthy alternative to rice, potatoes, or bread. So very simple. I have a cup of the mix here. I'm going to put it in a 2-quart saucepan, and I'm going to add 2.5 cups of chicken stock. You can use water, or you can use vegetable stock if you're vegetarian. You can use any kind of liquid that you would prefer, but obviously just, water or stock. This one does not call for any kind of beer or anything like that. So this is a low sodium stock. If you guys would like to have more salt, you can add it later on. This is all it takes. Just gonna combine this, put it on the stove, bring it to boil, cover it, reduce heat to very low, and simmer it for about 10 minutes. We'll see the progress. So let's go ahead and put this on the stove. All right, so everything is ready. Let's take it out of ovens, pots, and plate it. So you can see they came out nice and beautiful and done. Actually, they ended up being in the oven for 50 minutes at 350 degrees at convection oven. Let's take a look at our cauliflower. Beautiful. It's extremely hot. So let's see. Let's cut it like a cake. Oh my goodness. It just falls apart. See, I kept the greens just to make sure, and the stems to keep it intact. And you can cut this easily in quarters. And one little one like this will serve 4 people. Right. And the last, we have our mix of barley, lentils, and green split peas. And there you have it. And there we go, the dinner is ready. Enjoy yourself.